free, and enjoy more of what the world has to offer in this action one, because this is where most human beings screw the pooch.
So a little one-person trampoline. Very,
If I screen shared it, like there's no excuse. Like phone numbers are just out there. You just got to pick up the phone, smile, and dial. So. Good morning, and welcome back to another episode of the Talk Chair Morning Show, where we go over tips, tricks, ideas, and exercises to help make you the absolute best entrepreneur you can be, not only for yourself, but for the people you love and care about most. Good morning, everyone. And today we have a fun-filled episode. We're talking about effort. We're talking about this 100% test to see and create what is the best version of ourselves. Here over at our company, we're trying to help people unlock their full potential, become the absolute best version of yourself. We do that through a 6-week course called the One Page Life Plan. But for today's sake and for this morning, to get us on the right foot, because that's what we're doing here, is helping you start your morning off right. We're big believers of momentum. You start your day right, you tend to have a good day. So we're hopefully here to make an impact just on that. So 100% effort, kind of talking about this. I've been thinking about this a decent amount. I've heard from other people I like to listen to on some other content. Additionally, some books that I've been reading. Barack Obama, in this one book, Promised Land, he was kind of talking about his campaigns and asking himself hard questions and reflecting. He's like, am I giving it everything I got? Is there a better way of going about this? And then additionally, there was another guy, his name's Alex Hormozi, one of the best in the business, monster YouTube channel, buying companies left and right. He had this piece of content that I really liked, asking, like, what is the 100% version of you? And are you willing to go 100% balls to the wall, essentially, for a small season? So when it comes to change and when it comes to wanting things to change, we're kind of speaking from the perspective of, I'm in pain right now because this isn't going in right in my life, and I want it to change. So in order for things to change, I'm going to have to increase my level. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to draw up, and just as I'm talking out loud, try to ask yourself some of these questions. Try to ask yourself where you are on the scale. So maybe if we're just thinking pure effort, so thinking of just effort, and say if we have a scale and it goes from 100% to 0%. Good morning. Thanks for tuning into the show this morning. So we're doing a little bit of a test, an effort test. I want you to ask and think about the major categories of life. Tanner, I forgot. I got to present this. I got to pull this file up from my coaching. And this is actually one of the first exercises you get in one of the first exercises that you get. This is a really common tool. Tons of coaches use it, but the way that we use it is the best. Okay. Hold on with me just a second. Okay, cool. I gotcha. Good morning, everyone. Pulling up a document for us to kind of just reference. Okay, this is the Wheel of Life, and we are going to... Fantastic. All right. I want you to look at these 4 categories, these 8 categories, and we'll kind of run through them a little bit, but really the premise is the same. And so you have these major categories of life. We use this in some of my additional exercises, some of the pro tip tutorial videos that I'm making and creating. And really, we want to be asking ourselves, where are we giving the effort that we want to be giving? And where do we need to be pouring in more effort, and asking and measuring ourselves what it is that we're doing, where we're spending our money, what we're giving our time to. And I think that can be a good indicator to start off with. So these are the categories that I'd want to be talking about. I'm going to go ahead and kick this off of my screen for just a moment. So say with an example is your career. That's 2 E's, right? Geez, can I spell? Career, 2 E's. With career, where are you at on the scale with how much effort that you're giving? I was watching another podcast with Matthew McConaughey on it, and I thought it was really interesting. He was just talking about how for a long time he was spending 8 hours on his hobbies and 4 hours on his career. And then once he started spending 8 hours on his career and just a few hours on his hobbies, he was able to find some roles. He was able to find more opportunities, and he was able to improve his skills. So at first, the effort would probably be, so say if you had, that means that'd be 2/3 of your time is going to your hobbies, then only 1/3 is going to your career. You're only about 1/3 on the 100% test on how much effort you're giving towards your career. And then after he made more of a commitment with the 8 hours and made that shift to putting more effort, what were his results? His results increased. His opportunities increase. So if you want your results to increase, and if you want your opportunities to increase, then we can simply follow the 100% test and ask yourself, how much effort am I giving to this category of life? And you can do this example with anything in your life, whether it's your family or friends, it's your significant other, your romance or partner, it's your personal growth, it's your fun and recreation. Think of where in your life you're trying to improve, and then do the 100% test of how much effort am I giving towards this category of life. I did career because that relates to me the most right now. A lot of the other categories in my life, like my physical health, my fun and recreation, all those are doing really well. So I'm trying to focus more on career, and I'm actually going to have to pull back a little bit on, because we only have so much time, right? If I draw a little clock here, we only have so much time in the day. You can't go searching around and go find any more. If you do, old Jim Rohn joke, they'll put you away in jail. So if we can't get any more time, then we're going to have to get better at distributing our time. And here's a couple questions that we could ask is, where do you spend your time? Where do you spend your time? Do you spend your time reading books? Do you spend your time outside? Do you spend your time with friends? Do you spend your time working on your career? Where are you spending your time? If you're asking yourself the 100% test, Tanner, I want to give 100% effort. I want to get more results. I want to get more opportunities. So if we want to get more results and more opportunities, we got to continue to push up the 100% test, giving more effort, giving more time to the category that we want to see a change. And hopefully we can inspire just a few people this morning to pick that one thing that they want to make a difference in, that they want to get better at, that they want to improve for results and opportunities. For me, that would be career, spending more time actually selling our course, selling our products, and trying to get them to people, get them to buy, get them to change their lives for the better. So I can ask this question, where do you spend your time? And I have a little fun story, not a fun story, but a story on kind of how much time and how much money really certain hobbies and habits can cost you. So, example for me, when it came to, so this weekend, there was a weekend where I was drinking alcohol. And right before that weekend, I was asked by my mentor and my coach a similar exercise, a different name and a different title. However, principle's the same. He's asking me, how much time are you spending on your career? And I was like, oh, roughly about this. And he's like, okay, what are you doing into the weekend? And when I started talking to him and I started to figure out that there are certain things that I do that take up a lot of time. And that'd be up for you to discover what that time constraint really is. So for me, it was having some beers on the weekends with my friends, but how much time was really being taken up from those activities? So I'd start, say, this particular day, we were floating on a river, and I started drinking around 1 in the afternoon, and then ended up going to some parties and doing this. And then all the way until like 11 o'clock at night, came home, then went to sleep, woke up pretty late, feeling tired, hungover. I was pretty much out of commission until 1 in the afternoon again. So a whole day, a whole 24 hours had gone by and I had not gotten anything done. And if my main focus, if my passion and my desires right now are to improve my career, the circle were in the center, that looks a little ugly, and I'm doing other things that's not giving myself enough time to appropriately improve this, am I going to feel bad? Am I going to feel stressed? Am I going to feel rushed? Chances are I'm going to have a lot of these negative emotions start to pour into my life. And I'm not saying you can't ever drink again or you can't ever do anything fun again. I'm just saying raising awareness can be so powerful on where we actually spend our time. And when we just write out a scale of how much effort we're giving and just make slight increases, slight changes. Maybe instead of drinking, I'm just hanging out with my friends. And so the next morning, I get up at 8 o'clock and all the way from 8 to noon, 4 whole hours, because I'm a big believer you should work on your business at least 4 hours a day. If not, chances are it probably won't grow. And if I can just at least do the 4 hours, then I can continue to hang out with my friends and I continue to work on my businesses and feel better and not damage my health with alcohol and all these other things. So it's all a balancing act and asking yourself which categories of life. So on here, whether it's friends or families, physical environments tends to be pretty huge. People who are affected by who's around them. Money. Do you want to make more money? Health. Do you need money to buy health insurance? Or do you need money to help get yourself fixed up? Or vice versa, do you need to invest money into your health by getting a gym membership, getting a personal trainer, a dietitian, getting a life coach, something that's going to invest in your life? There's nothing wrong with investing in the S&U 500. They always talk about the S&P 500, but you got to really be investing in yourself, because if you don't have your health, you don't got shit, as we like to say. Okay. So if we're gauging ourselves, good morning. Thanks for tuning into the show this morning. If we're measuring and trying to manage our lives to the best that we can, right? If we're trying to have more fun more often, if we're trying to reach our goals, I think we're just asking our intentionality and our efforts can be a great starting point to setting ourselves up for success. So I hope this episode was helpful. See the categories of life in your own self. Where do you, maybe it's weight loss, maybe it's eating healthier foods, maybe it's improving your career. Where do you, for this season, for this short sprint, where do you need to make the most improvements? Where do you need to take your level of effort from 10% to 80%? And what does 80% really look like? I would highly recommend writing out on a piece of paper 100% effort And what does 100% effort really look like for you in a day? I think a lot of us don't even know. And for the details and the exercise that I work with one-on-one with clients, this is always really fun because you just see people start to really write out, and they usually have the answers. Like I have the answers. It's just having someone holding you accountable to sit down with you and make sure that it's actually getting done. And then I'm going to follow up with you a couple days into it and like, has this changed? Has this changed? Has this changed? Has this changed? And is that what you really want? And it's okay to say no to, I see it way too often, especially in myself, because remember, all the topics on the show are things I'm trying to improve as well, is I'll set myself up and I'll say, oh, I can do this, 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 and this. And then I've never done all that before, but I'll try and do it anyway. And then when I fall short, or when, of course, I don't get it done, then I feel like crap because, oh, if I would have just done all that, then I could give myself permission to be happy. The trick is we give ourselves permission to be happy before, and then we enjoy the task a little bit more. Don't take life so seriously. See the tasks that are necessary, write out the goals, have a plan, and take another step forward. So we're probably not going to go from 0% effort to 100% effort. But it's good to get the imagination going, not having any judgment in place, writing out on a piece of paper, what is the 100% version of you? Where are you going? What does it look like in a day for you to give 100%? What does that really look like? For me, that could include 100 sales calls, that include 2 coaching sessions, that could include going and cooking a meal for my girlfriend and I, could include getting a workout in, that would include reading books on sales, reading books on marketing and that kind of stuff. So you can see how you can list out all of the good things that you would want to do. That would include 100% effort type of day. And you can also start to see a lot of the other bad habits that you do have. Think of the bad habits that you do have that you don't want to write down on that piece of paper, and see how crucial it would be to give those up and really focus on the 100% effort version of you. If we're eating unhealthy foods, we're going to be tired. We're going to spend a lot of time watching TV, watching our cell phone, watching a bunch of bullshit that doesn't matter, doesn't improve our lives, makes us sad, all of that rough stuff. Or we can start to minimize and cut those out and ask ourselves, what's really going on here? When we have bad habits, we tend to be coping with something. It could be something as small as handling a recent breakup. It could be something as big as dealing with a childhood trauma, or it could be somewhere in the middle where we just have different limiting beliefs or false narratives, stories we tell ourselves. This is who I am. This is how, this is how my life is. This is how my parents were. This is how my grandparents were. It's just the same old me. And all the other stories that are just limiting and and not helping us set ourselves up for success. What is the 100% version of you? What does it really look like? See yourself doing the full day of 100% effort in the category of life that you want to be working on, and see how that really changes and makes a huge impact. I think this takes a little bit of faith on your side and some fun imagination, because it's hard to go 100%. But you see that if you want more results, if you want more opportunities, then the chances are we need to just be giving more effort towards that category. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't have hard work, or something along those lines. It's true. Stay the course, stay consistent, keep getting better, keep improving, keep giving more effort to the categories of life that mean the most to you, and figure out what 100% all in really means for you. I'm not at 100%. I'm trying to get to 100% as I'm working over some bad habits and limiting beliefs I have in myself. So we're on this road together. And in case you needed to hear it today, I love you. You're a badass. You got this. You're going to get one more thing done to get closer to your goals, the things that you really want out of life. Don't be scared to write out and try this exercise for yourself. And if you found this content helpful, please leave a like, leave a comment of an emoji, or share this content with other people to try and help inspire them to give more effort, to increase that effort percentage in the category of life that matters the most to them. If you're looking for coaching on your personal and professional journey, you can always work with me. I have a 6-week challenge that is pretty brutal, that we have some rules that we got to follow. But for people who want real results, to change their lives, to make them better, to live to their full potential, to unlock their full potential, we have the product just to do that. Please don't hesitate to reach out. And if you know someone who you think could benefit from it, I always pay out cash for referrals and give discounts for referrals as well. So reach out, don't hesitate. Let's give 100% effort. Where can you give 100% effort? Where are you spending your time? How can we be better folks? And I'll catch you guys all on the next episode. That'd be episode 305, bright and early tomorrow morning, June 28th, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, to help you take advantage of your morning. We're big believers in momentum. Start your day right, roll it out, finish it right, and have an incredible, incredible day. Cheers, friends. I love you all. Enjoy the day, and I'll be back again tomorrow, June 28th, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, with another episode of the Talk Tanner Morning Show. Cheers, friends. Peace out.